Look at how Pirlo scans the pitch while the ball is away from him. If we replay that, you can see that Pirlo performed his scan exactly in between the touches. That scan allowed him to locate Pogba. He then performs another quick scan to make sure Pogba continued that run. And since Mascherano was not covering the spaces behind him, he decided to go for a long ball. Let us have a look at this from Pirlo's perspective. Hello there everyone, it is Mitsu here and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'll be discussing some tips to improve your vision and passing, and towards the end of the video we will have a passing quiz, so make sure to stick around. Let's start off with the simple idea of delaying the ball. If you can see here, the player already pulled the defender out of possession. The only player that can use that space is now in front of him. Therefore, you need to keep the ball with you to give that player an opportunity to exploit that space. Similarly, you should not be going for any player in a forward position during the counter-attacks. You need to be able to identify the best passing option. You can see that two defenders are marking Salah here, so a pass to Trent would be the best option. A pass to Robertson can be okay here as well. Lucas Paqueta will be performing a forward run between the center back and the full back. If you are on the receiving end, having an idea of your surroundings will allow you to perform this kind of movement, where you let the ball run to the player with the most spaces, instead of going for the ball. As a midfielder, when you drop down to receive the ball from the defensive line, try to go for forward passing options to counter the high pressure. One long pass here made 7 players from got out of shape. This concept can be applied anywhere on the pitch as it will provide similar results. Six players were positioned in the back line for Barcelona here. Paredes was 7 meters away from the closest opposition. As he drops down to receive the ball, he scans the pitch for approximately 3 times. Now when he receives the ball, he is 2 meters only away from the closest opposition, but he gave enough time for that forward run that he noticed while performing the scans to progress. So he placed the long ball behind the defensive line. You can see how the defensive line is no longer in shape thanks to the off-the-ball movement from the other attackers. This pass completely progressed the attack into a 3 vs 3 situation inside the box. A bonus tip here for the attackers, always try to go for such blindside runs. Notice how Piqué was following the ball without scanning or checking his shoulders to look out for Mbappe. So by changing his direction, Mbappe was able to reach the ball before Piqué. Let's have a look at this from Paredes' perspective. I often talk a lot about the benefits of scanning in my videos, and I want to introduce you to Be Your Best, an amazing tool which is scientifically proven to improve your scanning. Be Your Best is a virtual reality training tool designed to improve players' cognitive performance. The main skill that Be Your Best trains is your scanning, but it is also used to improve players' vision, decision making, and memory, allowing you to train these difficult skills from home anytime you want. In Be Your Best, you will play through over 800 scenarios recreated from real-life professional games, just like the clips that you will see throughout this video. Alongside the scenario training, the tool comes with a lot of added features to help you improve your performance. Your stats tracking hub allows you to monitor your performance over time, while position-specific training means you can work on your scanning from any area of the field. Finally, the replay analysis tool lets you look back at your training, seeing what you did wrong and where you can improve. Be Your Best has been used by both amateur and professional players all over the world, with Arsenal star Martin Odegaard having even trained with it during his injury period. It's also backed by science, with a recent 9-week study seeing players who trained with it improve their scan rate by 28%. To get started with Be Your Best, all you need is a MetaQuest VR headset and a Be Your Best subscription. You can use the code MITSUGR50 to redeem a huge 50% off on your membership. Be quick though, as anyone who signs up in the next 2 weeks will get a free consultation from a UEFA A licensed coach. You can seek advice, tips, or talk about problems you're facing that you need help with. If you fail to go for a forward passing option, you do not need to panic, but try again. You can see here how the player did not go for a backward pass after missing that opportunity, but he was able to keep the ball, turn around and switch the play. When switching the play, try again to go for forward passing options over horizontal or backward switches. When playing as a defensive midfielder, look out for these passing opportunities to connect with any wingers or fullbacks performing overlaps behind the defensive line. Again, as a defensive midfielder, you need to perform multiple scans when dropping down to receive the ball. This will allow you to identify where the pressure is coming from and also avoid playing easy, predictable passes. You need to be able to read the game. Here, Neymar was moving horizontally to avoid being in an offside position, so Messi noticed that and went for the first touch pass to make use of that run. This pass was chosen over a simple pass to Suarez, although both are forward passing options. When playing in the inverted fullback position, you must continuously scan to look out for such forward runs. Any runs between or behind the center backs will always be good ones if you can deliver those passes. This video is brought to you by METRICA Sports, the fundamental tool for every coach and analyst. Create and manage all your video analysis in one platform. Use the coupon METSUGR at the checkout for a 10% discount. Now let's have a look at a training drill provided by the Ekkono Coaches Academy to work on passing and receiving the ball.
So this exercise, 3 against 3 plus 2 jokers. The rule says that 2 defenders cannot be at the same square, so they have to be jumping. And then we can add a rule. If you are alone in these 4 spaces, you are alone, it means that any defender is inside your square. You have 3 touches, 3. So in that square there are defenders. So if in your square there's a defender, you only have 1 touch.
There are plenty of other training drills discussed in this webinar that I strongly advise you guys to watch, as it links perfectly with the topics explained in this video. The webinar actually has 2 sessions, as you can see, so you can use the code METSUGR when signing up from the link in the description to get up to 50% off depending on your membership plan. Now it's time for the passing quiz. So if you are new to the channel, this was a concept that I did in older videos, and I received multiple requests to introduce it again in my videos. Simply, I'll be playing a short clip and I'll be pausing the screen and highlighting a couple of passing options. There will be a timer and you guys need to guess the best passing option. Just keep in mind that we are targeting the best passing option, not the pass that might have actually been played on the pitch. So let's get right into the first one. In this case, which passing option is the best for Paredes? Your 5 seconds will start now. If you chose the 4th option, you were correct. To break it down, number 1 is a backward pass, number 2 is obviously marked, number 3 is where the pressure is headed towards, and number 5 requires a high ball, risking an aerial duel. Now, which passing option is the best? If you chose the 2nd option, you were correct. Basically, you have already pulled the defender out of position. Number 1 is performing a run in that space, so it is an end goal to deliver the pass to him. The player who can easily pick a pass in that space is player number 2. Player number 3 is marked and a pass to number 4 would not be progressive. Now, which passing option is the best? If you chose the 4th option, you were correct. Player number 4 noticed that space that we talked about and started performing a run. He is now in a better position to receive that long ball compared to player number 3, who started to change his direction to exploit the deep possession. Players 1, 2 and 5 would not provide the progression to the attack. Moving to another example, which passing option is the best? If you chose the 4th option, you were correct. You can see how player number 4 is stretching the defensive line. He then started performing a run to exploit the spaces behind the defensive line. A simple pass to number 4 would allow him to receive the ball on the ground and inside the box. Another example now, which passing option is the best? If you chose number 2, you were correct. Remember that we aim to go for ground passes over aerial duels, as it is safer to play the ball on the ground. Now, player number 2 was performing this forward run. Although player number 1 was asking for the ball, not 2, you should be able to identify the best passing option. Here the outcome might be similar in the sense that both players may receive the ball inside the box, but as you can see, the second delivery after the long ball would have been easier if the ball was played on the ground. So that was it guys, I hope you have enjoyed the analysis and I hope you found the quiz helpful. Let me know if you would like to have more quizzes of that type in the comments down below. Also share your final results out of 5. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.